We're going to play a game right now called Point of Information. Basically, it's going to be a debate-type game. One person's going to be up at the front of the stage giving a lecture on a topic of your choosing, and a fellow knight may say point of information and declare why they disagree with what somebody just said. At that point, I may accept their disagreement, and they get to take the podium, whatever. And thank you. And if I deny their apology, they have to step back down and change. So what we need from you is what's something somebody studies in graduate school or college? Just anything. Something you maybe studied.
Opera.
Opera, fantastic. Who wants to start with opera?
I don't. I just want to step.
Alright, next to the round.
Ladies and gentlemen, something has come to my attention recently, and that something's opera. Opera, as everybody knows, is a singing style that one might have. It's definitely always been Italian, and the way that you do it is you support all of your breath with your stomach. You push it up.
Point of information!
Yes.
You don't support it with your stomach. Your stomach has food in it and stuff. You support it with your diaphragm.
Yeah, you don't want to vomit. Take the stage.
There are lots of different kinds of diaphragms. On cameras, they have a kind of different kind of diaphragm. On divers, they use a diaphragm for air. And there are other kinds as well. However, this is a family show, and we will just pick the one having to do with opera. Now, when you do breathe, your diaphragm inflates and deflates.
Point of information.
Yes.
No, your lungs inflate and deflate.
Boom. Sit down, Shane.
Yes, if your diaphragm inflated and deflated, it's just a very thin, small muscle. So we'd all have very shallow breath, like a sparrow or something like that.
Point of information!
Tom.
In fact, the sparrow has a very large depth of breath. You can't judge it by its size.
Yeah, take the
Sit down, you sparrow racist.
Point of information!
Jimmy.
I once fed a sparrow a piece of rice and it expanded quite a bit.
Did it blow up?
Yes, it did.
That's cool. Take the podium.
Why does he kill things and win?
So, sparrow explosions. Part of opera? Let's find out. Opera started many years ago in a different economic climate than ours. At the time, they could only eat sparrows. And how do you catch a sparrow? Well, you pretend to feed it with rice, and then it explodes and you
Point
catch
of
it out of
information.
your plate.
Why, if you have the rice, would you only need to eat sparrows?
You got plenty of food right there. Take the podium.
In fact, there was no rice in the places that opera was being invented, as it were. Rice originated in Asian countries, along with noodles.
Rice originated in rice fields.
Oh, yeah. Take the podium.
Yes, you would harvest rice from a rice field, obviously. In fact, there's a very
Point of information. It's called a rice patty.
Oh, boom, racist.
Rice patty is, I assume, what you get before you get a Rice Krispie. It grows, much like your diaphragm, which is what you use
Point
to
of
breathe
information.
opera.
Point of information. Rice Krispies are not made out of rice.
No, they're made out of hopes and dreams. Take the podium.
Rice Krispies is a very misleading name for a treat because you think it saying Rice Krispies, it would have to do with rice, but it does not. In fact, Rice Krispies are a favorite snack of many opera singers. Why, in fact, Maria Callas enjoyed many, many treats such as Rice Krispies before she would go on to stage for singing.
Point of information.
Shane?
I believe she lost her voice like 2 years after she became famous because she was a terrible, terrible singer.
I know nothing about opera. Take the podium.
I believe that's true because there was a play that someone did in school with a monologue about that. So, she actually was French. And at one point she was walking down the street in France, which has a very beautiful name, and in which the end of it, there's an arc of triumph. That triumph was felt by many people singing opera. Why? Because it's very difficult to do. Why? Because it's hard. Why? I don't know. Are you an opera singer? Maybe you should go to the opera and find out. Read a book. Back to the diaphragm.
Point of information. If I read a book about opera, it won't sing to me.
It's an art form. Take the podium.
Okay, reading books is bad.
Point of information. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I have to agree with him. Sit down. No, I'm agreeing with Jimmy. Sit down.
Now, some of you out there might say, whoa, 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 to my point about books being bad. But to you, I say, shut up. You have no point to make.
Point of information.
Jackie.
I think we all have points to make here.
Oh, we do have points to make. Sit down, Jimmy.
Name of the game, baby.
Another thing people don't understand about opera, very much so, is that they all have points to their operas, much like
Point of
plots.
information.
Shane?
That is a complete fabrication.
Yeah, shit.
There's no point to opera, as is seen in the movie Opera. What? I was actually in opera club when I was in high school.
Point of information.
Russell.
Opera What? The movie starring who?
Exactly.
Okay. Get out of here. My IMDb knowledge is extremely extensive, which is paralleled only probably by.
Point of information,
Sure.
your IMDb knowledge, meaning your knowledge about a site that knows a lot more things.
Yeah, that's right.
I know how it works. I can find names. In conclusion, opera is an art form that is better than reading and kills birds. Thank you very much.